there, Nick Hughes here, helping you navigate retirement. When it comes to making decisions about retirement, I find that your health care and having access to affordable health insurance is one of those primary drivers. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people wait until age 65 to retire, which is the magic age when they qualify for Medicare in most cases. With me today, we've got Jeff Harris, an independent broker specializing in Medicare supplements and Medicare drug plans. And he's going to be covering some of the common questions that we have come up pretty frequently when it comes to Medicare. Now, I know we've all been sitting at home one morning and we've seen those infomercials come on TV with the Medicare Advantage plans. Tell the listeners at home a little bit about the differences between regular Medicare, Medicare Advantage, and just a traditional Medicare supplement.
Sure. First of all, thanks, Nick. It's, in the fall every year, it looks like there's every commercial that comes across is a Medicare Advantage commercial or prescription drug commercial or an insurance company saying, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. And usually those are centered around the Medicare Advantage product or prescription drug benefits. But when people transition into Medicare, typically at age 65, or they may stay on, work a few more years, retire at age 68, and then start their Medicare at that point, the options or the choices that they make at that point in their life are the most critical. People have built-in Medicare rights that they don't really know that they have, that they use up and don't even realize that they've used up. So it's very important to understand the plan that you're getting into. And the two types of plans that most people go into are Medicare Advantage or a Medicare Supplement. And it's important to know the difference between the two. Medicare Supplement works with Original Medicare. So people know the red, white, and blue Medicare card that you have. But a Medicare Supplement just does that. It supplements Medicare. Medicare Advantage is also known as Medicare Replacement. So you're actually replacing your Medicare with a private carrier like a Blue Cross or a Humana or something of that nature. Medicare Advantage usually works within a frame of providers. We call it a network. So if you have a Blue Cross Blue Shield Advantage plan, you're going to have to go to Blue Cross Blue Shield providers. With Medicare Supplement, you can go to any doctor, any provider, anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare. The supplement company, it doesn't matter who the supplement company is because there's no network. Medicare Advantage usually has a very low monthly premium, but you have cost share when you go to the doctor. So you're going to pay less up front for a Medicare Advantage plan in most cases, but you're going to pay when you go to the doctor, hospital, therapy, stuff of that nature. Medicare Supplement products usually have a higher monthly premium, but you're not going to have much cost share, if any cost share at all, when you go see a provider. So that's one of the big differences between Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement products.
So it's basically pay me now or pay me later, pretty much.
It is, and there's a lot of times where I'll have, it all depends on your individual health needs and your financial needs too. I'll have husbands and wives in the same household want to be on Medicare Advantage and the other want to be on Medicare Supplement. So it's really good to understand both of the products and see which one's the best fit for your individual needs.
Once you've made a decision on a plan, how often can you make changes to that?
Well, that's a good question. Every year during, it's called the annual enrollment period, and it runs from October 15th through December 7th. And you can change your Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plans during that time frame. Medicare Supplements, there is no set enrollment period to change it. The rule is there that you have 6 months from when your Medicare starts. It's called your initial enrollment period. Outside of that 6 months, if you want to change your Medicare Supplement policy, you have to go through medical underwriting. So that's why it's important, really, when you first go into Medicare, understand what you're getting into and make sure you get into the right plan. So, but the biggest thing is it's every year from October 15th through December 7th.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know when you've been practicing in a field as long as you have, you've seen people probably make some good decisions, and maybe after the fact, people come to you after they've made some bad decisions. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the mistakes that you've seen made?
Probably the biggest mistake that I see, in hindsight, I guess it is, when I get called into a case it's been settled for a couple of years, and they're not happy with the decision that they're in. I'll ask the person, well, why did you choose this plan to begin with? And they'll say, well, my sister was in it and she liked it. that's usually not the best approach when making a selection on your Medicare plans, because you have those built-in rights that I was talking about earlier that you lose once you make decisions. So it's better to talk initially with a broker or an expert in the field to be able to help you understand what options you have available to you. So I think one of the most common mistakes, or the biggest mistakes that I see, is people make their choices based on what other people's opinion is. That sometimes can get you in trouble. Even providers' offices. Some providers may like Blue Cross more than Humana or United Healthcare for that particular matter. But it's better to make a decision based on your individual needs, not what a doctor's office might want you to be in, or your brother and sister.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the difference between working with an agent and working with a broker.
Sure. There's several reasons or several advantages to work with a local broker. For the most part, when you call into, like when you see the commercials run for certain insurance company, they want you to call in and talk to them directly right over the phone. You're only going to get their perspective. When I say their perspective, the insurance company's perspective. So you might be calling into an insurance company that's going to offer 2 or 3 plans in that service area, but your individual unique needs, health needs, might be better suited with a different company altogether. You're not going to get the other company's plan design or plan options when you're talking to a different company altogether. So by working with a broker, you're going to get a much broader perspective of multiple plans that are available in your service area. As a matter of fact, working with a broker, your plan might change from year to year. We talked about the enrollment changes and when you can change. If you're with one company, the next year a different company may offer a better plan. Unless you're working with a broker, you may not know that. So it's really good to work with a broker that knows the local market. Plus, they know the local providers. They know Erlanger, Memorial, Park Ridge. They know the different hospitals, the different doctors. Where if you're talking directly with one of the carriers, they may be out in California. They have no idea what's going on locally here from a provider perspective. So you just get a local grab at it. Another thing too that really, a lot of times on the servicing aspect of this Medicare stuff is when somebody enrolls in a plan and they got a question, they pick up their card and call the customer service number on the back of their card. Well, typically what happens is, for this, press 2, for this, press 3. So you get a phone tree that you got to go to, and you hope you make the right decision. And even if you make the right decision and hit the right button, a lot of my clients complain that they get somebody that can't speak English well, or they just can't understand what's going on. So really, I just tell my clients to call me. If you enroll with me, you got a question, don't call the customer service number, pick up a phone and call me. So, that's really another reason why working with a local broker really benefits the actual policyholder themselves. I like to tell my clients, if a lot of people like to work with somebody that they can reach out and put their hands around their throat if they want to. So thankfully I've never had that to happen, but sometimes people really do want to have that interaction, and that's a good way to build a relationship too. And this is when somebody does business in the Medicare, you should have that relationship with your broker.
So I know that Medicare enrollment deadline will be coming up quickly. When is that again?
The last day to enroll for the annual enrollment period is going to be December the 7th.
Okay, and how can the folks at home get in touch with you?
You can reach me at my phone. It's 423-488-3323.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for listening at home, and stay tuned for future updates.